What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the winter season roadmap. Going to give you a little lowdown on what I'm planning on doing for the rest of this winter season. Quite excited. We got a lot of stuff on plan. So we're going to be doing Whistler a couple of times. We're going to be skiing at Blue Mountain a whole bunch of times. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to do all kinds of cool special events at Blue Mountain. We might be doing something cool like a Mexico trip. But primarily the winter season is going to be about skiing and about snow and about fun in the Nordic areas because, well, let's face it, I love the wintertime. And, well, I love being warm. Being warm means dressing correctly. So we're going to be going through different gear reviews to show you the kind of stuff that I wear throughout the season. I'm going to give some recommendations if you are in Canada or the UK on some good places to buy some gear. I'm going to give you some reviews on these amazing skis behind me and the reason why I have such a large variety of skis for myself. We're going to go through a few different gear reviews and boots and poles. I'm going to talk about some techniques in skiing, some form, and some little hints and tricks that I haven't found on the internet that actually help me to excel. So I'm going to go over some tricks that I've learned through different sites and have helped me out. I'm going to go through some tricks that I've learned myself that other people have seemed to excel with, and we're going to go through basic exercise techniques and learn about the vibe of mountain life and Nordic life in Canada. Now, for myself, I am an Ontarian. My home ski hill is Blue Mountain, Ontario. My secondary ski hill, my home away from home, is Whistler, Canada. I love going to Whistler. I could be there every single month. I really, really do enjoy it. The cool thing about Whistler is they say you come for the winter, but you stay for the summer. And it's so true because it's awesome skiing there and it's awesome being around there. But once you're in BC in the summertime and you start hiking and you get all the smells and all the sounds of British Columbia, it makes skiing even better because you have this cool season to live through until skiing. There's no down period. In Ontario, we have more of 4 seasons than British Columbia. Now, British Columbia is Canada, 4 seasons, but really it's always green because of the amount of trees. So you kind of feel like you go from winter right into spring. There doesn't feel like there's an in-between. Maybe in the fall there's a little more in between, but from winter to spring, it's in April, you can be skiing in Whistler, and then you can be hiking in Squamish at 20 degrees in the exact same day. It's pretty wild. Now in Ontario, you get a true 4 seasons. You have a proper fall with leaves falling and rain, coolness, cold to the bone. And then you get a proper full-on winter. You get a proper full spring with hiking and a long duration of plants growing and budding. And then you get an amazing summer with plus 40 degrees winter. Plus 40 degrees summer. It's pretty crazy in Ontario that we can go from negative 40 to plus 40. Funny enough, my father always said, why do you go with the British Columbia? Isn't it colder? And I can tend to him and say, no, it's actually warmer, oddly enough, throughout most of the winter. To get that awesome snow, you really have to be between, in my opinion, negative 10 and plus 5 if you want to get the best snow quality. In Ontario in the wintertime, sometimes it just gets too cold for snow to even occur. Kind of the same as Montreal, Quebec actually. It gets so cold. Yes, there's a lot of snow, but it's crispy and icy and it's not ideal. Now, speaking of snow, let's talk about why perhaps skiing in Ontario gets you ready for skiing in Whistler. Now, that's kind of an interesting perspective. What is that about? Well, Ontario's snow is, icy. It's East Coast. There's a lot of ice. It's hard pack. Now, why is that complimentary for Whistler? That doesn't make any sense, but it does compare to other West Coast resorts. A lot of other West Coast resorts have this fine champagne powder, but Whistler is actually on the coast. Now, because it's on the coast, they actually get a little bit of a heavier snow quality, and they actually get icy sections, especially in the springtime. And to be very honest with you, it very much feels to me like the quality of snow that I get at Blue Mountain a lot of times. And the nice thing about Blue Mountain is it's not a big hill. It's actually not a hill. It's on the escarpment. So, but because it's on the escarpment, you have some steep areas. And although they're not super steep, they're steep enough to practice for straight lining it for shoots, kind of. and they're great for practice on ice runs and racing. And I mean, you just have to look at the leaderboards, and you'll see how many slalom skiers have come out of Ontario. And it's mainly because they ski on ice in Ontario, and our rule of thumb and what we always say is they need to make a ski race run equal for everyone, so they ice it so it's equal for everyone. And it really does work. So, you know, when I go to Whistler and they're like, oh, it's going to be an icy day, it kind of feels at home. It's kind of nice. Anyway, enough ranting about these different hills. That's kind of what the base plan is for this particular season. We're going to be throwing in a few little other bits, but we're going to be really rocking the winter weather. I can't wait because I love the season, I love winter, and I love skiing, and I love sharing with all of you. So have a good one. Can't wait to see you on the flip side on the next set of videos. Bye.